over here.
And you said, and the officer said, "Are you hungry, man?" And gave me half of his lunch, man. There's things you guys have done that made me change as a man.
Hey guys, the video that I have for today is a pretty interesting one. It's an interaction between a police officer and a citizen who called in saying that somebody's been chasing him with a gun. This one's particularly interesting because the caller in this case is a longtime drug addict, someone that the officers in the area have dealt with on many occasions. And I think it's interesting, and I think people will be surprised by the way the caller, or the victim in this case, speaks to the police officer. And it just kind of goes to show that officers who work these areas actually have a pretty close relationship with the people who live there, and have a pretty good understanding of what these people go through. And the people who deal with the police on a regular basis actually have a pretty good understanding of that, and they have a lot of trust and faith in the police. When you're watching this video, you'll notice that there's a lot of small cuts taken out, and I've actually blurred out the guy's image as well as I can. The reason for that is a lot of the things that he's saying are not things that he's going to be one I want to be identified with in the public eye. So I hope you enjoy the video, and I hope you learned something. I will talk to you soon.
Hey, buddy.
Thank you so much for your quick response.
What's going on, man?
Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. You see me in the drug gang.
Yeah, I know you
I
are.
got out. You know who I am. I've been trying to get my life back together. They said I snitched on. Did not snitch on them.
Okay.
But since then, man, the group of kids, man, been trying to fucking kill me, man. Like, only at nighttime when they see me, man, like, they chase me down and, like, have firearms and, like...
What kind of car are they in exactly?
Tonight they were in an SUV.
Like, is it a large SUV, a small SUV?
It's something like this, a smaller one, you know what I mean? With a hatchback.
Are they like local boys that you know?
4 younger kids. No, they look like there's old flunkies or something. I'm scared the shit out of me, man, because, like, I didn't come this far to die.
Well,
you know what I'm saying, officer? Like, I still use it occasionally, but I've got a house now. I work at...
Where are you living now? No shit.
Yeah, and I'm actually getting my life back together, man. And, like, in the daytime, these guys don't scare me, because I'm like, you know, because I
They're not going to mess with you in the daytime.
Right, it's like you're not going to do it unless you really think you can get away with it. But at nighttime, when they
why are you out here at nighttime if you got a place and you got a job?
Well, because sometimes I come and get a pack of cigarettes, and I'll come to this gas station only. And the only reason I come to this gas station is because I'm not allowed in that gas. Or else I would go to the one closer to my house.
So, you know him, right?
I mean, I used to get high and punch the gas pumps, and I used to be a pain in the ass to do that.
I've had you rolling around, I've had you swallow a bunch of heroin before.
I lived in the dumpster before, you know what I mean? For like
last time I found you, you were actually going through dumpsters.
Are you the guy that offered me something to eat? I'll remember that to the day I
might have.
I was at Westgate Park and I was rummaging through the dumpster.
No, I got you behind a church over here.
And you said, and the officer said, "Are you hungry, man?" And gave me half of his lunch, man. There's things you guys have done that made me change as a man. One time I was at the certified, I was freezing. My hands were so cold, I started crying. And the cop went and got me them hand warmers and foot warmers, and like got me a hot cup of coffee. Like, was a real person, man, and helped me, man. Like, I don't know his name, but
I mean, you've always been cool with us, unless you were like super high or something.
Right. And this is what I know. Man, you guys make a big difference in this world, man, and I take my hat off to you guys, man. Like, I'm a different person, man.
Well, good,
I really am.
I mean, you look like you're doing all right.
I mean, I try. My hands are messed up, but that's from doing body work, man. Auto body work. There's a big blister. I was cutting plastic bumpers now to put them in the trash, man, because that way we get more space to get rid of trash. But, I mean, these guys scare the shit out of me sometimes, man. And just at nighttime, man.
Do you know any of their names or anything?
I know their nicknames only. Now, I'm going to tell you the truth. This is what she tried to say happened. One time I was with Pablo and we were in a gray Audi. You guys went to pull us over and Pablo handed me 14 grams of fentanyl and I took off running. I was able to hide it and then keep running. You guys caught me, but when you caught me, I didn't have the fentanyl. But she's telling everybody that you guys caught me, I had the fentanyl on me, and you guys let me go and keep the drugs. I said, no way a Columbus police officer catches me with 14 grams of a drug that's killing people left and right.
Well, because we're taking you to jail for far alert.
It's killed me at least 5 times. I thank you guys. I thank you guys, and I thank whoever the guy that invented Narcan. Man, that drug is a miracle drug.
It's brought a lot of people back, man.
Because I'll say this, you can't get real heroin on the streets of Columbus today.
No, everyone's just getting steady.
The cartels pushing fentanyl because it's cheaper for them to just buy the chemicals out of China, make a lab, and do it that way.
Yeah, just cut it, package it.
In order to grow a field, they gotta pay off the federales in Mexico, the locals, and it's usually in the state of Nayarit. For at least the Gulf Cartel. Because my dad was involved in all that. I grew up around that stuff. But I'm done with that, man. Like, I'm trying to get God in my life. I'm trying to... at some point,
I think last time I talked to you, you were trying to get a tent from a guy at that church up by, like, Hagen Steel or something like that.
What?
Weren't you trying to get a tent? There's, like, a guy that's up by Hague, by the railroad tracks that gives people tents. Yeah.
The guy's son was a real bad alcoholic, got in a car accident and killed himself.
Wow.
Well, and I actually don't even know what his business is, but he's very successful. This is what I know. And he has a big spot in his heart for homeless people, especially homeless people with drug problems. And I go
That's what's killing the West Side, man.
That's what's killing this country, man. I mean, drugs. When I see that stuff, I don't know if you know, but like in the States and Mexico, the cartels will violate people that sell meth or heroin in that state.
Oh, really?
They're not allowed to, because that stuff destroys the community. That changes your whole personality. I mean, when I was on that stuff, I'll be a whole different person.
I know.
Because, like...
We've been seeing a lot of meth lately.
Sleep deprivation, man. It changes your whole outlook. You start hallucinating, and people go crazy off of that stuff. You know what I mean? It's very dangerous.
Yeah.
And that's why the cartels
For anybody who might be in the area, we had a 14-year-old female just pick up the caller's 12-year-old son.
You can do
and they're driving a red Charger when she found on Grace.
Those 2 drugs, they're banned.
It's
and if you sell it, the Gulf Cartel runs the country. Now, the Gulf Cartel is...
So they'll sell it up here, but not down there?
Nope.
That's crazy.
The Gulf Cartel is 3 cartels. It's the state of Sinaloa, which is Joaquin Guzman, Chapo, and then there's Nayarit. But Nayarit is only a growth state. You go down there and you just see heroin fields for as far as the eye can see. And then you got Guadalajara, Jalisco, which is actually the biggest and oldest cartel in Mexico. That's what Chapo started as. And then he got in a shootout at the airport, and the father of that Catholic church got gunned down. And then the Guadalajara cartel gave him the green light to start.
Go do his own thing.
Well, to run the Sinaloa cartel, because at the time a guy named Azul, which means blue, was running the Sinaloa cartel, but he had went down on big drug charges and had to go to California and do a life bid.
How are you clear of the cartel guys, but you got these young punks chasing you around? Why does the cartel leave you alone?
Because, one, my dad and my uncles, if you get on your computer and you look me up, you'll see at some point in my life, I wasn't no street punk. I wasn't out here. But also, we wouldn't let you stand on the corner and sell drugs. Because my mom lives in this neighborhood. we would come down there and we would chase you off. And if you didn't listen to what we said, we'd show you why we're so powerful. Because the cartel, if I'm a Latin king and the Guadalajara cartel or the Gold cartel sponsors our gang, if they say, okay, you got a problem with these guys, here's 10 kilograms. Throw that at the problem and fix it. So I'm gonna take 10 and turn it into 15, and I'm gonna make about maybe $280,000 off of that, and that's gonna be my war money. $280,000 is gonna run a couple street punks off.
Yeah, no kidding.
Because if I go to a guy that's kind of down on his luck and say, listen, here's 10 grand, but I want you to take that guy for a ride. I want you to beat him from an inch to his life. And before you let him go, let him know if he goes on that corner again, that's just a taste of what he's going to get. He'll never go on that corner.
We don't really see that stuff anymore.
Because the times have changed here.
Yeah.
You know, it's a different era. We got punks like this that are fucking chasing me around.
Yeah.
I say, man, this kid was chasing me around, a white kid that night with a little 28-shot 25. And I say, man, why are they chasing me down? He said, I don't know. He said, because if anything, it'd have made more sense if they'd have chased because her name was on about 10 people's paperwork. My name's not on her. I didn't tell on her.
Do you think it's just punk kids just trying to mess with you because they know who you are?
No, I think these guys are guys that may have fed drugs to at one point, so they look up to her and they feel like her word is gospel. But if they get the chance to really do something to me, they will, because they feel like they'll get the player points for it. You know what I mean?
What can I do for you today?
I really want to just go to like net care or something. I don't want to be in the neighborhood. Because this is the other thing. They now, I have no idea how, know where I live.
Okay.
I've been doing so good.
Do you need net care? Do you need help from them? Because they're going to let you out eventually and you're going to go back home.
One thing is, the last time, I don't know, it was a guy and a girl officer. I am on a mental health case, so I'm paranoid schizophrenic. But this is not paranoia. This is real. I mean, and the thing is, what I don't understand is why they haven't like taken a shot yet. You know what I mean? Because 9 times out of 10, they're a bad shot. That's why I always run, because I'm like, as long as I get a distance.
If you're not standing right in front of them, they're not going to hit you. Unless they get super, super lucky.
The hardest target to hit is the moving target.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?